Historic natural disasters.
Good morning, everyone. In this video, we will talk about the characteristics of a natural phenomenon and some suggestions to follow when it may occur in our community or region. The natural phenomenon is a hurricane. A hurricane is an extremely violent storm. Hurricanes begin as a tropical depressions which gain strength from moisture and warm air. A tropical depression officially becomes a hurricane when its winds reach a speed of 120 kilometers per hour. Hurricanes are very deadly natural phenomena because they cause property damage and casualties in their path. Another important fact is that during a hurricane, wind and rain are extremely strong. The dangers caused by hurricanes are storm surges, strong winds, torrential rains, landslides, and floods. For these reasons, we will talk about Hurricane Fiona that occurred in Puerto Rico in September 2022. In this video, we will mention the magnitude, location, and damage caused by Hurricane Fiona, and finally, a series of recommendations to follow during this tip of natural disasters.
I will tell you about the magnitude of the Fiona. The news have said catastrophes on the damage that Fiona has caused. The Category 1 cyclone touched the land of the shore coast of the island of Puerto Rico on the afternoon last Sunday, September 18, 2022. Bells in bursts of to 130 miles per hour and deposited up to 30 inches of rain. The survivors have said that Fiona also caused a mass blackout and left their country. I regret that hurricane's passage was over in Puerto Rico. The rains continued for many days on the island. Manuel Diaz, survivor, said, "The storm got strong at midnight, but it was worse in the day. He came and lowered everything." But his hurricane did not only affect for Puerto Rico, but in the end of the day, arriving at dawn of Monday, September 19, it took this passage through the Dominican Republic where it was stranded near the Grand Turkish Island, with a maximum sunset winds of 50 km per hour, equal to 100 miles per hour, becoming a Category 2 hurricane. Thus, it was the first hurricane to reach the Dominican Republic in 18 years old. Although the media said by September 20, this hurricane has reached Category 4.
I'm going to share with you a little information of the Fiona's hurricane location. Hurricane Fiona was a deadly tropical cyclone that devastated Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and Caribbean and Turkish islands. That was on 2022. But now it is considered the worst natural disaster on record for those islands. And it's also the deadliest hurricane in the Atlantic since Hurricane Maria in 2017. According to local reporters, on September 16, it entered to the Caribbean islands, and 2 days later, it made landfall in Puerto Rico. The next day, it struck Dominican Republic. It tore across the islands with sustained winds of 178 kilometers per hour that ripped up, tossing everything in its path. The hurricane brought torrential rains that dumped up 40 inches of water on the ground. Many rivers overflowed, and they caused flooding in nearly 78 municipalities, causing terror, anguish, devastation, but thanks God there were not many casualties in Puerto Rico.
We'll tell you about the damage caused by Hurricane Fiona in Puerto Rico. In the wake of Hurricane Fiona, Wallipon, Puerto Rico, communities are underwater, brighter and roads destroyed, and many resident homes are unpaved. Early features indicating a toll roads ahead as residents attempt to recover. Slaughter community in Puerto Rico struggled to rely water and power after Fiona. What we can be pretty sure from looking at some of these early images that are coming in, it will be very, very significant. She said, here are the latest numbers. Some areas of Puerto Rico got over 30 inches of rain. The island was inundated by huge amounts of rainfall, according to data from the National Hurricane Center. More than 900,000 are still without power. Thanks.
Now, in addition to the important information about the Puerto Rican hurricane, and according to some media, different recommendations have been provided in the case of this natural disaster. Number 1. You should protect the doors and windows of your home. Number 2. You shouldn't stand near windows during the storm. Number 3. Secure the outdoor items and move your car to a safe place. Number 4. Turn your refrigerator to very cold and only open when it's necessary. Number 5. They said you should turn off the gas and power of your home. Number 6. Put your valuable papers in a waterproof container and only in case of a flood. Number 7. They said you should consult civil protection to find if you're in a safe area. In case you aren't, you should prepare some extra things to evacuate. Number 1. You should prepare canned food and water. Number 2. Prepare extra charge batteries and a flashlight. This also with a power outage. Number 3. You should have or prepare a first aid kit with money, medicines, and bandages. And number 4. You should have a portable radio in case of an emergency. Thank you.
Historic natural disasters.